All right, we are live. What is up, everybody? Welcome to your daily dose of awesome. Your live 15 minutes of daily motivation, inspiration, and education so you can get your day started right. We're here broadcasting at a special time to accommodate a very, very special individual in the online marketing space, a real legend in business in general. I'm here welcoming Mr. Russell Brunson. How are you doing, Russell?
Awesome, man. How you been?
I've been great, man. Thanks so much for being on. I know you're insanely busy, promoting your book and making sure that you hit your goal. You're on a mission. You want to hit over 1 million copies of your book in people's hands, correct? And you're actually giving the book away.
That is the goal. 1 million copies of the new book, and we're on our way. I think we're like 38,000 as of today, so we're cranking through it, and it's still a big lofty goal, but it's exciting.
Awesome, man. And I know the thing is, I think a lot of people don't know that you actually have a lot of experience in the network marketing space. And so I want to actually to ask you a little bit about some of the recent stuff you've been working on in the network marketing space, and then actually go into talking about some of the content that's in your book, which is extremely powerful. I actually got the audiobook and been listening to that at every spare moment that I have. And so I'm almost done with it. So I wanted to dive into some of that content. So let me just do a quick intro just to introduce ourselves to our audience, and then we'll just hop into it, all right?
Awesome. Love it.
All right, guys. Well, if you're new to our broadcast, my name is Fernie Ceballos. I'm a lead generation online marketing expert specializing in helping home business owners, that's network marketers, affiliate marketers, direct sellers, multiply their incomes using the internet. I've been in this industry for over 10 years, and I've been personally responsible for over $13 million in sales into my own personal home business, and have helped our clients produce hundreds of millions of dollars more in their respective businesses as well. So what we do works a big influencer in how we've built our marketing systems, how we've done our advertising, and even how we've created our technology has been as a result of what we've learned and being friends with Russell Brunson. And so I just wanted to skip our normal intro and just hop right into what we're doing here. Russell, I want to just quickly, if people don't know who you are, as quickly as you can, because I know we want to hop right into the content. What should they know about you? Who are you? What have you done? Because you've done so much, and we'll probably go on for 10 hours if you actually told people what you've done. But as quickly as you can, introduce yourself.
Yeah, the short version, 14 years ago, I was a kid in college. I made a DVD teaching people how to make potato guns and sold my first DVD online, and I was addicted ever since then. And in the last 14 years or so, we've created a whole bunch of different things, different businesses. I was heavily involved in network marketing for a long time until recently we launched our own software company. And what's interesting, I don't know if you even know this, but like half of the things that we are using to promote and grow our software company, ClickFunnels, are things that we learned from the network marketing industry. We have car contests, we have all these amazing things. So I definitely have a home with all of your people, and have so much love and respect for what they all do. And my big focus in life right now is helping entrepreneurs like all of us figuring out how to sell things online better, and doing that through sales funnels and things like that. And so because of that, I've written now 2 books about the concept. This is the new one we're excited for. We have ClickFunnels, which is a software company that helps make the process really easy. And I am obsessed with helping entrepreneurs to help grow whatever it is they're selling. And that's kind of what I do.
Awesome, man. Thank you. That was perfect. And I want to actually, I was watching one of your videos yesterday when I actually got the Expert Funnels book, and I got the audio book, and then you added some bonuses where I was able to get your .com secrets audiobook, and then a bunch of other stuff. And so you actually talked about some of your experience helping a recent network marketing company launch, and you were invited to a private meeting at a hotel. I think it was in Vegas, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, in Vegas, and you were there to help these leaders appropriately market and promote their business. Can you share a little bit about that? Because I thought your story was funny about how they would pounce on people in the casino.
Yeah. And I talk a little bit about in the book too. So like a chapter, I actually mentioned this story. But I was asked to speak at this thing. I was coming in, and as I'm walking through the hallway, I see like all the company there. And everyone's got their T-shirts on, their stuff, and I'm watching as like these people are like seeing all the people in the hotel, and they're like, "Oh, this is our prospect," and they're like pouncing on these people, and like verbally like giving them all the techno babble about why their thing is the best in the world. And I'm watching this happening over and over, and I'm looking at the fear in like people they're approaching. And 5 minutes later, I'm in this room with like the 100 top leaders in the company, and they're like, okay, so what do you want to teach us? And I didn't have anything planned or scheduled. It was kind of a funny story on that too, but I just showed up, and they're like, basically announced me and handed me a microphone. I was like, I didn't know I was speaking right now. Okay, so I'm walking up on stage, and I look out at this group of 100 or so people, and I'm like, how can I help them the most? And then what's interesting is like this image popped in my head, and then I shared it. So actually, it's in the book, and I've got the thing for today to kind of show you guys. And what's interesting, if you guys understand this is like the key to selling anything: network marketing, your own product, your own sort, like how to get dates, how to like everything in life that you want to sell, because we're always selling something, right? If you want to go to a movie, you're selling something. Like this is the key. This is the secret to all of it. So if you understand this process, you're gonna excel at everything you do. So this is the concept, and this is what I taught this group of 100 leaders to help them. I said, look, every one of you guys, like this is you right now, right? This is you sometime in your life, and things were happy, everything was good, you were going along your life, not worrying about anything, and all of a sudden something happened to you. Like the reason why you're in this opportunity, the reason why you're in the business you're in, something happened to you and you had an experience, right? An emotional experience. Somebody shared something with you. It could be you tried a product, whatever it is that for your business, right? You had this emotional experience happen, and you had this epiphany where you're like, oh my gosh, like this is the coolest thing ever. And so after you have this epiphany, you go on this journey where you start loving this and geeking out about it. You start studying and learning, and all of a sudden you come over here and you logically become a genius. You figure out the facts and the figures, why your company is the best, why the product's the best, why it's cutting edge technology, or what, like all the techno, in fact, call it here techno babble, all the techno babble that you learn, you start learning it and you start mastering it because you're so obsessed with this thing. Okay, and I got this term from Kim Claver, who is one of my favorite people. And so Kim, she wrote a whole book. So you guys may have read it. It was called "My Product's So Great, How Come Nobody's Buying It?" And in that book, she had a whole chapter on this concept of techno babble. And this is the problem is as I walked into the hotel, I saw all these people who this was them originally. They had this emotional epiphany where they got excited. They went on this journey where they started studying and logically learning and mastering and knowing their product and their service better than anyone. And then they see the prospect. They see the person they're going to get signed up. And they get so excited. They run over to this person, and then boom, they logically try to convince them their thing is the best in the world. They start spewing out this techno babble, like talking about the product and the opportunity and blah, blah, all this kind of stuff. And it freaks people out and they run away. Right. And so what I told this group, I was like, you guys understand, like, you were not sold logically. The techno babble did not get you excited. That's not the reason why you got into this business. The reason why you got in this business happened back here somewhere. You had some emotional experience. Something happened to you. You had this epiphany, and that got you so excited that you went and geeked out and learned all the techno babble on your own. But there's something that happened to you. If you want somebody to listen to you, to follow you, to buy what you're selling, to become part of the movement, become part of your tribe, whatever that is for you, you have to be able to forget all of this stuff and come back on this journey back here and remember, like, what was it that gave you the emotional experience that gave you that epiphany that got you excited about this thing? And if you can remember what that was, this is how you sell something. You tell them a story, and the goal of the story is to get them to have the same epiphany that you had. If they have the same epiphany that you had, then guess what happens? They will go on this journey over here. They will study, they'll geek out, they'll learn all the logic and the techno babble, and they'll be sold. But your job is not to sell them logically. Nobody buys things logically. We all buy emotionally, and then we try to justify it logically. So you have to come back and remember, for you, what was that moment? What was that story? What was the epiphany you had that got you into this? Then you have to learn how to tell that story in a way that gets somebody to have the exact same epiphany you did. And if you do it right, you're not shoving down the throat. You tell a story in a way, and you leave, and then they have that epiphany, and they're like, wow, I should really be doing this. Like, wow, that's why this product's so good. If they have the epiphany, then they'll sell themselves. Logically, they'll figure all their stuff out. And so that is the key. If you look at everything I do, it's all based on this concept of the Epiphany Bridge, which there's like 3 chapters in the new book that talk about this concept. But that's what I shared with that group. And if there's nothing else you guys get from hanging out this day, like, that's it. Stop selling people logically. Stop spewing out the techno babble about why your product, your service, your opportunity is the best in the world. And come back and remember, what was that moment that you had the epiphany that got you excited, and then tell that story. Like, that's the story. That's the one that'll get people to stand up and to move and to follow you. And that's the key.
Awesome, man. And if you guys are watching this right now on Facebook, make sure to share this live with everybody you can possibly share it with on your personal profile. your fan page. We're here to help Russell impact as many lives. In fact, he's giving away his book. If you go to elitemarketingpro.com/Brunson, the link is in the description. You can actually get your free book. Just cover shipping, and he'll send it right to your doorstep. And then you'll have some other opportunities that I highly recommend that you take advantage of to get Russell's other book and then also the audiobook, etc. So pretty awesome, man. you're plugging it right there as I'm speaking. So Russell, you just provided network marketers especially an important lesson. How does this apply to the online space? A lot of our people are on social media, on Facebook, promoting, whether it's be through their personal profile, their fan page, doing advertising. How does this directly apply to what they're doing online? Because on a one-on-one conversation, what you're talking about makes sense, but how do they transfer that to the internet?
Cool. I'm glad you asked that. So the next question people always ask me then is like, well, okay, how do I tell that story? And so when you get to your book on page 114, you see you're like, this is our script for how we tell the Epiphany Bridge story. It's kind of doodles here, but the chapter explains it. And then there's 8 questions. And these 8 questions, if you ask them, it'll tell the story in the right way that gets the emotional impact that you need, right? And so how do you do that? Let's say you're trying to generate leads on Facebook. You do a Facebook Live, and instead of doing the typical like talking about your product, your service, you saw it with like, I want to tell you guys a story. And then you follow this process and you tell the story about how you had your epiphany. You follow, you answer these 9 questions. Question number 1, what was your backstory that gives us a vested interest in your journey? So I want to tell you guys a story about how I got started. So 12 years ago, blah, blah, and you tell your story, right? Question number 2, what was it you want to accomplish? I was really trying to get healthy. I was trying to make money. I was, whatever your story is. And you use this epiphany to tell the story on a Facebook Live, then you can boost and you can post it out. Like that's one way. Next way, someone comes to one of your funnels, they come to your landing page, whatever it might be. I think a lot of times we try to become really good copywriters. And I think that I'll probably get in trouble from some people, some close friends for saying this, but there was a time when like being a really, really good copywriter was the key, right? The best headline, the best, like all those kind of things is what people tried to do. And the problem with, if you look at how, like in the 1980s, that was important because what would happen is like the mailman would deliver a letter in the mail. You open it up and you read it. That was your one shot at like convincing somebody, right? Even like 5 or 6 years ago, they go on a website, they're there, they got one shot to convince them. Now, when someone comes to your landing page, guess what they're doing? They come to the landing page, then they're opening another tab, they're going to Facebook, they're searching you, they're Googling you to see if you're legit or not. Then they come back and decide if they're going to opt in, if they're going to buy based on who you are, right? And so if you're trying to slick them with good copy, like that's not what's going to get people to move. What's going to get people to move nowadays is the story. It's like getting good at this. So when you come to my landing pages, I have videos. I'm telling stories. When someone opts in my email list, I'm not doing slick copy in my emails. I'm telling stories. I'm telling these kind of things over and over and over again. When you come into my world, you will see, hundreds and hundreds of me telling different Epiphany Bridge stories about different products and services and things that we're providing. And so it's weaving that into your everyday communication. It's like focusing less on becoming a good copywriter and focusing on becoming a really good storyteller and telling the stories about epiphanies you had, because that's what gets people to buy everything. Like if I was going to sell you this phone, or actually I can do this right now. Like these are these new Apple iPhones. I don't know if you've seen these. These are like the coolest thing in the world. And I can tell you a whole story about why I got them, why I think they're the coolest thing in the world. And like I tell you that story, half of you guys will go and buy these things right now, because if I tell the right story, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I need that, right? It's not me coming down to the features and the benefits and trying to be a slick copywriter. It's just like, let me tell you why I'm so excited about this. And if I'm really legitimately excited, which I am, these are awesome, it's going to get you guys to want to go buy it as well. And that's the world we live in today is that like people want to connect with your enthusiasm, your excitement, and your stories.
Awesome, man. That's fantastic. And so right now, if you're watching this again on Facebook Live, make sure to get share this with as many people as possible, and actually let Russell know right now in the comments. Drop a number 2 if you actually just shared it on your personal profile and your fan page. Just let us know that you've done it. I know Russell will appreciate the love. And Russell, where do people go from here? Like, what is it that they're going to receive or learn inside of the book? You talked about a little thing, but overall, the big picture for your book, what is it they're going to learn and come away with when they're done reading the book, and where are they going to go from there?
Cool. So this book, so Expert Secrets, the key with this book is it's going to do a couple things. First off, it's going to help you to find your voice. I know a lot of you guys right now are like, I'm not really an expert. I don't know. I'm an introvert, or like all those things, right? Like, and I totally understand that this book will help you to figure out how do you find your voice and your message, and like what is it that's going to inspire people and get them excited. Number two, it's going to help you to build a tribe and build a following of people. Okay. Like all business is built off of that. Like you need a tribe, a bunch of people who are listening to you to be able to create a movement. Like those are the keys. And it's going to help you to figure out how to create the right offers in the right way and position the right way to get people to actually give you money and be excited about that process. And one other cool thing that's going to happen, you guys, when you get the book, again, like it's free. You just cover the shipping and handling. But I know that then there's this like thing you have to wait for the book to show up, which is frustrating. So what I did at our last Funnel Hacking Live event, it's a big event I do every single year. And the very first presentation at this year's event, I actually spent 90 minutes going over the first 3 chapters, which is this, like how to build a mass movement of people. And so after you get your copy of the book, on the thank you page at the end, I posted that video. It's 90 minutes long. When you watch that, it's going to walk through the foundation of this book. The foundation of the book is really is understand this principle. Every mass movement, every following, every tribe from the beginning of time till today was all built on these 3 things. They all have a charismatic leader, they have a future-based cause, and they all present a new opportunity. And I don't want to spoil that for you because you'll learn that in the book. But again, on the thank you page, there's a 90-minute video. I want you to watch that because it's the whole foundation for this book. When you understand that piece of it, then the rest of this is all just how to tell the stories, how to do it in the right way, how do you set up the funnel the right way. All those other pieces kind of tie in there. But the foundation is that piece. So you get the book right now. It'll be there within like a week. But watch the video today. It'll give you all the foundation pieces you need. So when the book shows up, you'll be able to rock and roll and just dive right into it and start running quick.
Fantastic, man. Well, thank you so much for being on. I know you're actually going from, I guess interview to interview, and you did an interview with Tony Robbins talking about your book, and that was pretty freaking awesome. So we have over 112 live viewers right now. I hope every single one of them takes advantage of this offer. Get your free book. You're just going to cover, I think, $8 or something for shipping and handling, and then you'll be able to receive all this content. And then also you'll be able to learn about some of the other stuff that Russell's working on, which is pretty awesome. And any closing words for our networkers here that are watching before we log off?
I think the last thing I'd love to say is I put my heart and my soul into this book, you guys. I want to understand that 18 months of writing, and you guys are getting it for, like I said, under $8. And I promise you, if you read this book, it's going to do 2 things. First off, it will change your life. Like I honestly believe that. I've seen that happening with people who have had a chance over the last year to go through this process with me, which is pretty cool. But the second thing, which is way cooler, is it's going to give you the tools to change other people's lives. And like that's for me the best thing. Like I don't know about you, but like my own success has been good. We celebrate like, yeah, this is awesome. But the first time you take what's inside your mind, the things that you're good at, and you follow this expert secrets process and you help somebody else have success, like when people I help have success, like those wins for me are like a billion times better than like the success I had for myself. So like I said, the book will change your life, but more importantly, it'll give you the tools to change other people's lives. And then if you take it serious and you read it and you implement it, you guys, I promise you it will do that. And thanks, man, for letting me be on this presentation. I had a ton of fun sharing this with the audience. I can't wait to see what all you guys do with this stuff. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome, guys. So go to elitemarketingpro.com/Brunson. It's in the description of this video. So go elitemarketingpro.com/Brunson. And you'll be able to get your free copy of Russell's book. If you go on Amazon, you're going to pay more. So you might as well just get it through this link and get it for free and just cover some.
Amazon has a ship for 2 months, actually. So I said the ship date wrong. It was 2 months out. Go to Amazon. So.
All right, cool, man. Well, thanks a lot for being on, guys. So that's our daily dose of awesome. Go get Russell's book. It's free and get the value. And actually, I want to provide a challenge for our community. If you get this book inside our private community, I want you to actually share the biggest nugget you got from Russell's book, and I'm gonna actually the people that share that not actually get the book, but that actually read it and share what they've gotten out of it. I'm actually gonna give a free 1-hour consultation to 2 people that share in our community. So if you're sharing in our community, I'm gonna randomly pick 2 people and give a 1-hour consultation for their marketing, their Facebook ads, whatever. As long as they've read the book and share their biggest nugget. So that's my challenge for our community. So go get it. Thanks, Russell, for being on. Really appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man. That's fun.